To begin today, I will go over the last video I did with an announcement. The 9th to the 15th has passed, and there has been a great change, and I'm sure everyone has experienced it. It was a social and emotional change. It's only started to occur last night. Currently, the moon's in Virgo. What does that mean for people? Well, it means that there's going to be a lot more isolation going on, a lot more self-serving thought, as well as conservative ways and mythology. You want to be methodical upon your actions. Another big change, communication. Mercury has officially started to move into Capricorn. Now that's an enormous shift. And as it shifts, we will move into next year with the heart of an Aquarius. The moon is moving into Aquarius on the last day of December, or the day before the last day. This means that our emotional status will be very unique and individual. These qualities are only embraced when the emotions are at a very odd point, which is why it is known as the fall for emotion when the moon is in Aquarius, whereas it would be a detriment if it were in Scorpio. January is coming up. Upon this movement, Venus moves also from Aquarius to Pisces. Currently it's in Aquarius. If you notice your love life isn't going very well, you're in the sign of a loner, so probably shouldn't be going. You should probably figure out what the fuck your problem is. Another thing is, I've said multiple times that I'm going to relate the tarot and palmistry and all that to astrology. Well, it dates back to Elizabethan times. Absolutely. The physical properties of a human makeup, even down to their anatomy, is incredibly related to all forms of science. The biology in a rock and the biology in a human vast so differently that to say that the makeup of every person and thing is the same is absolutely obscure. As wintertime progresses, we will see many changes, including the famous winter holiday, Yule. You may not have heard of Yule, but that's because it is one of a rare holidays, ancient holidays, and there's also other ones that the Celts and the Greeks and the Egyptians and your Mohammeds and everyone, from Indonesian to Hindu, Buddhist, etc., Chinese. Not just your Western astrology, your Eastern astrology. All of your astrology has origins, facts, and a basis from which it works. And it's almost all the same basis. It's a mixture between knowing where you are on the earth geologically, taking that knowledge, reflecting it into the sky, to the current constellations. So you take astronomy and you take physics and you combine those things with science. And once you can go, okay, I understand the energy and the physics of this planet, it's going to be exothermic and release this amount of energy. Or you can go, this is a dense planet, this is a very high gravity planet, this is going to draw in a lot of power and try to enforce its physical properties upon this idea. Example, Saturn. Saturn draws moisture and physical matter to itself through its ability to be endothermic instead of exothermic. The exothermic qualities are the ones that push out, like Jupiter, these gas giants that have a ridiculous aura and are constantly pushing out such energies. Makes it abundant and lucky. Because it is a gas, it's loose and expansive. This type of energy produces something. Now we're going to experience something we haven't experienced at the end of December, that we haven't experienced since 2006. Now that's a Jupiter in Scorpio. And what that does is all those inner desires and different thought processes that we've been sitting on are going to come to the forefront of our importance, rather than philosophy or the teaching and loving of our fellow man and all our great prosperity. No, 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 no. It will no longer be about partnership when it comes to abundance. It will be about gain in general. The idea of feeding power will come into Scorpio on this. And luckily, since it's in Jupiter, it will be one of the few planets where it can actually have a profound effect. Furthermore, with Mars moving around, and the others, we'll also see that currently, a lot of things being in Aquarius, we have a very humanitarian, selfless outlook. Well, there's a big shift about to change. It's going to teach us to focus on ourselves whether we want to or not, especially where the moon's in Virgo. Bring that up again. Now, since my last video, you are aware that I have a moon in Cancer. So we experienced that recently, along with the moon in Leo, which brought a lot of emotional enlightenment to most people and awareness to oneself. Now we are in the moon of the servant, who often feels denied or inadequate. The reason for this is because the service that has been provided through pride will never fulfill a need. This is your local astrologer and your local fortune teller, Zacharias. Fair Ventures.